Hi everyone, before we review Tag, I'd just like to take a moment to thank you all because we have just hit our first 100 subscribers.
Woo!
Tag, over to you.
Oh, no you didn't.
You know it.
I know 100 subscribers may not sound like much, especially when you see some of the YouTubers out there with millions, but like every channel, you know, we started off with 0 subscribers, 0 views. So we honestly do appreciate it. Thank you very much. I've heard, I don't know how much truth is in this, but I've heard the first 100 is the hardest mark to get as well.
I'll go true, I've heard exactly the same. So hopefully onwards and upwards from here. But just once again, thank you so much to all of you so far.
Yay! So Tag, you're it. Tag is of course American for Tig. Oh, how our cultures are different.
It tells the story of 5 friends who, since being kids, have spent the entire month of May every year playing tag or tig or whatever. It was easy as kids, living in the same area, but as adults it requires elaborate planning, sneak attacks, disguises and more. 30 years later though, it seems like the fun may have come to an end. Jerry, played by Jeremy Renner, is the only one of the group to have never been tagged, not once in 3 decades. And he's also planning to retire from the game after this season. Hogan, played by Ed Helms, isn't about to let him go out on top, and after discovering Jerry's secretly getting married in the final week of May, he organises a group effort to take him down.
Our group of friends has been playing the same game of tag for 30 years.
What?
For the entire month of May, every year we play tag. You got me. You never know when someone's gonna pop up.
Congratulations, buddy. You're it. Doing great, Anna.
Our buddy Jerry is the best that ever played, and now he wants to retire.
Never been tagged. Just saying.
So who's it?
You can't touch this. This is the year we get Jerry. You can't touch this.
Synchronize your watches.
I don't know how to do that. I don't wear a watch. Time is a construct.
Some couples go on cruises, some couples go camping, some couples go to strip clubs and have gangbangs. And this is just what we love. This is our gangbang.
And the film is actually based on true events.
Tag.
Damn it. I actually kind of believe the concept as well, because even in our 30s, we still play Tig.
We do. I was watching the film and I could see that being exactly us. I remember when we were younger, early teens, playing Tig and then joking about the concept of getting on our bikes and playing it. Soon after we did that, it was something I always thought about. During different games of Tig, I thought a little bit older, a bit more money, and the whole world to play with, not being restricted to certain confines because either you weren't allowed to go out of this area because how old we were, we weren't allowed to go that far out, or you just had to keep it realistic and have a certain confined space so you weren't going too far out. But as adults, the world is our oyster. We've got all these gadgets. I could get your phone and put in this password thing so I can track you on my phone.
You've been giving this a lot of thought, haven't you?
I love Tig or Tag, however it is.
I do worry though that as adults, Tig is kind of frowned upon. So I'm quite glad this film is out because it almost normalises the game, and there's worse things we could be doing as adults.
No, absolutely, and I think if anything, this film is going to give us a chance to play Tig again as adults and not kind of get those weird looks from people in the streets like, they've got to be 30 odd at least, what are they doing? Speaking
of weird looks, you'll probably remember this a few years ago. We were playing Tig at quite a fancy hotel.
Yes.
And I remember I was in a managerial role at work for the first time, in forever. And my boss happened to be staying at this hotel, and as we were playing Tig, I bumped into her and she was like, "Oh, Michael, what are you doing?" She's not that posh. I don't know why I did that voice. But I kind of said to her, "Do you know what? I can't think of an excuse. I'm playing Tig," and she kind of gave me this weird look, which is fair enough. But speaking of the film, it also stars John Hamm, Hannibal Buress, Jake Johnson, and Isla Fisher. And actually, I thought they worked really well in this film together.
As a group, you could tell, even though they're all actors, they put work into making it seem like they have had a friendship for 30 odd years.
Yeah.
You could see that from how it was acted.
It seems like the game has really kept you guys connected.
All right, so good to see you. Come on, it's been a while since we've done this.
This game has given us a reason to be in each other's lives.
I think your dad would have really wanted you to be dead.
I think the character that deserves a special mention is Jeremy Renner, Tig, you're in. I particularly liked the fact that we saw him in more action sequences in this film than we have seen him in every Hawkeye film.
That's a good point.
I've always thought in the Marvel films he was a bit underused, but he was the star of the show here, and actually he's got some moves.
Callahan approaches from the left. Engage no contact protocol. No hand shall touch my body. Mental note, Bob slapped Hoagie with his hand. Hoagie is now it. Chili.
So with the tone of the film, I kind of thought it was a little bit uneven throughout.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
I feel the same now. I don't know if I'm giving anything. I'll try and keep it as spoiler-free as possible. You got your light-hearted moments, and you've got some like semi-serious moments about how they're going to take Jerry down and going into these big plans. And then, I don't know if you feel the same. When you say uneven, I felt the same, but I felt there was moments where it got a bit dark.
Borderline mean-spirited at times.
Well, with that, there was one specific bit quite close to the end, and how Jerry's character gets out of being Tug. I felt that was quite dark.
And it has to be said, though, towards the end, a bit like the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz, it does find its heart.
Yeah.
I think. And overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, same here.
I thought it was funny throughout. It's a little bit uneven. There's a couple of moments that are a bit mean-spirited and don't really flow with the rest of the film, but overall, it was good. And I personally give it 3.5 out of 5.
I absolutely agree. Same here. It's getting the same score for me that Deadpool 2 got. Totally different kinds of films, but they're both definitely worth a watch.
Don't you know I'm gonna make you
Anyway guys, if you have enjoyed this review and would like to see more, we upload on a regular basis, so simply subscribe and click that bell as well. Apparently that means something, I don't know.
Yeah, when we upload a video, they'll be notified immediately.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah.
Tig.
Damn it!
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Till next time.
Cool.
Cool. Tag!
Okay. It's like that, is it? I can sit here all day. Tag.
I'm off work. I ain't got anywhere I need to be. Tag.
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 Tag, 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 tag.
Yep. I like that.
Sorry if I got a bit hard.
Oh, why?